Okay, now I'm gonna to tell you how to adjust the chain position to centering with the head position. I mean the correct position of the component under the center of the head, cutting every time. So first we're gonna to push the emergency button to power off the machine. Then we take a component with a straight lid, a good component, and we fix the component in the carrier. The component body in the middle, fix the component here. Then we round the chain manually. Okay, now the chain is moving, move, keep moving. Okay, stop, turn back a little. Okay. See, now we already move the component to just under the head. We can see here, we check by eyes, we can see the lid is just under the cutter. For example, hold on the camera. My finger is the lid of component. So the lid should be under the cutter. There is a gap of the cutter. The lid should be in the middle of the gap. And then cut it down. I will show you in the head. See, this is the component just under the cutter. Yeah, 可以. Okay, now I will turn down the cutter by hand, and you can see the cutter cut off the lid, and the former is forming the lid and push down. This is the standard of component cutting and forming, and the last step is pushing. And you can see the lid is just fall into the clinch. So I repeat, power off the machine and move the chain manually. Then make the component just under the cutter, also in the center position of the cutter. Then in this case, okay, after we move the chain with component in the correct position, now we are going to adjust the position of the wheel. This wheel, we need to rotation the wheel to hit on the sensor. You can see the black one is the sensor. To remember this position is a good position of chain. We open the two screws. Okay, then we move the chain C. We move the wheel C. Move the wheel till to just lie on. The sensor just lie on. Then lock the screws. Okay, after we lock the two screws, we check again. The light in the sensor still on, light on. In this case, we finish how to location the chain. Okay, after we adjust the chain position and we adjust the wheel position to the sensor, after the two step, we need to check by machine with power. So we put back the e-store and we reset the machine. Okay, now machine is reset, finished. We put the component here in the carrier. Then here we enter the motto option and the password is 123456. Here the L shaft is drive the chain moving by computer, and the value here is 10. So advance in 10 value is just one step, two step, three step, four step. Okay. After that, we can check again if the component is in the center under the cutter. Okay, now we power off the head. This button is power off and power on the head. And we push down the head by hand and we try to cut in the lid and see the lid, if the lid in the center of the cutter gap, the cutter down to cut the lid and see. Okay, that's good. Now we can ensure now the chain position is very good.